Hello and welcome to Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so our card tonight is the Four of Swords, which has everything to do with truce. I'm going to lift this up now, tea. Let's see what these tea leaves have to say. All right. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And so I hope everybody had a nice eclipse. Mine was fairly uneventful, which is not a bad thing. I did have some wild dreams the last couple of nights. But other than that, just feeling, I don't know, I think really extra emotional. And people around me, people in my personal life, feeling kind of heightened emotions as well. Oh, you don't have to lick my face. That's okay. Thank you, though. You're very sweet. Okay, so we have here, and where's my stick? We have right here a large cat. You can see the ear, and the ear. Here's an eye. Here's the other eye. You can see the mouth area and then the body. Okay, and behind this cat, there's a person. It kind of almost looks like a skeleton. You can see the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Holding, it looks like, when I was looking at this, it looks like the Omega upside down. Holding, what are you holding? It looks like a flower, like a small flower, maybe like a indigenous flower of some kind, often called weeds. And then up here it looks like we have maybe kind of a little mountain, the sun above, and a person walking with a dog. All right, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know, it reminds me very much of kind of this, well, it is a death energy, definitely, but I feel like this is kind of the cleanser of old things, kind of where we hold on to that which, let me get my words together here, that which does not serve us anymore. You know, sometimes we need that kind of divine guidance or intervention, right? And it shifts the circumstances of our life. It shifts the variables, and old things begin to fall away kind of naturally, right? Instead of us having to kind of make this decision, like, I'm walking away from this, I'm quitting this job. It does not pay well. It is not, you know, the hours don't work for me, but I need it, and, you know, whatever. And then the next thing you know, you get laid off or whatever, right? And this is even just saying it out loud, it gives me anxiety because being between jobs it does not feel like a blessing. But And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm using this as an example because this is, I think, one that we all can kind of understand. Keeping the job that we know is just destroying our soul because we need to make money. Yeah, and we've all probably had that experience. And so, you know, I feel that whatever it is that is kind of ending for you, there had probably been a buildup of this is going to be, you know, like the worst thing that ever happens. If this happens, it's, you know, I don't know what I'll do if this happens kind of thing. But the universe is going to provide. Definitely. We have that really energetic cat feeling. Don't bite me, mama. Oh, hoo-hoo. You're a little sassy pants tonight, mama. All right, you gotta go. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. Go find Papa. Go find Papu. All right. Okay. And we have that real energetic, feisty. As she just, as Miss TT over here just showed you. She played it out in real time. Yes, this real feisty and airy. Right? We're working with the swords tonight. So there's this real airy quality and just very apt mental, logical reasoning, you know, just very intellectual, all cylinders firing, right? And I can see you kind of really jumping into action, figuring out what you need to do, and all while the universe is, you know, helping you out. Definitely helping align your will with, you know, what it will help you manifest and bring you in your life. So, you know, going back to kind of this example of the work, so then a opportunity presents itself, and it's something that maybe is much more feasible for you, something that makes more sense. Maybe the hours are better, the pay is better, it's work that you know, that you might even care for, you know, something that speaks to you. And so, you know, in this way, sometimes when we get this death energy, and this is what I say always when we get the death card, it's scary, but it's always a blessing in some way, right? It might not seem so overt in the moment, but down the road, you'll look back and think like, I'm glad whatever it was ended, because that cycle was like really, I was like kind of stuck in it. And this thing had to happen that felt like it was fully out of my control. And it forced me to kind of reorient myself and find a course of action. And so, you know, I feel very confident that this year is going to be one of thriving. Okay. And I feel like, you know, sometimes it takes these moments to happen in our life that, you know, you have to figure it out. You have to see what you can do, you know. Even like this channel, I never thought I would do anything like this, honestly. I don't really consider myself very interesting, or you know, I know some people say that they like my voice and stuff. I don't know. I don't perceive my voice as anything besides my voice, right? But you know, I was going through a period of time, stay-at-home mom, and my husband, shout out to Dove and Serpent Tarot, he was working his day job, and he started the channel, and it you know, did well, more so than we expected. And so, you know, this tough situation where it's like, I gotta get back to working and figuring out how to do my life and being there for my daughter. And it was scary, right? It's still scary. It's still, every time I sit down to read, and I've done a lot, I read 7 days a week. You would think, yeah, she knows what she's doing. And to some degree, yeah, but I still get a little bit of fright when I'm starting. But yes, it became a blessing. It truly did, out of a place of absolute fear. And so sometimes, you know, we just, we have to do the little leap of faith. We have to trust in ourselves. We have to trust in the universe. That's the big one. It's not easy, but the universe provides. The universe provides, and we will figure it out. We will. Now, up here we have a person walking with the dog. Now, and we have the little mountain. We have the sun. So I do feel like this place of great, like, okay, so the dog, loyalty, but the sun over the mountain, clarity. Illumination, this beautiful alignment, very symmetrical as well. I can imagine this, you know, the pyramid with the top missing, right? And I feel like it's the capstone. I always mix up the capstone and the cornerstone, but it has to be the capstone. Capstone missing, but the sun there, right? And this is the illumination. This is that awakening. And you have been loyal to yourself. You have put yourself first. Maybe this is one of the first times that this has happened in a long time. You know, with Capricorn, so often we are talking about somebody who invests a lot of their being into whatever work is at hand. And getting into a place that feels kind of safe and somewhat comfortable, maybe not greatly comfortable, but there's a comfort in kind of being able to anticipate what's going on, and not always looking for what is the best configuration for you, right? This is good enough. This is good enough, and this will work. So, you know, I feel in this transitional time, you're really like showing up for yourself, and this is a time of a lot of kind of revelation about your life, and I think through this movement, there's a great opening for success, and success that you have been looking for, what you've been dreaming about. And so I also want to look at this before I forget about it. We have a 2 and a 4. So 24, we also have an E. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I'm going to take a little drink here. All right. Ooh, we have an owl. Okay, that makes sense too. We have the Watcher. The Watcher, and we have, it looks like a person down here, right in here. We have another person over in here, in a house right here. We have a person here, and we have a basket. So, I feel like there is a sense of maybe almost growing up in a place that maybe generations of your family have been. There is kind of there is like a home that is really, it does feel like home. There's like you are bonded to the land, right? And And I just feel like there is a sense of kind of high strangeness there. And maybe this is the watcher just kind of like the guardian angel or a spirit guide or whatever it is. But also the owl is often related to ufology and sometimes the grays. But I do feel like there's this uncanny feeling around the place that maybe you've grown up, maybe you live there now, maybe not, maybe you go and visit. Maybe it's not that your family owned it, or maybe this is a place that you vacationed or, you know, went to go like visit your aunt and uncle, or I don't know, something where there's like a long-standing tradition of going and staying. Okay, and it just feels almost kind of like there's something there. There's a feeling of something there. And I almost wonder if you have seen orbs. And I know that seems random, but sometimes in the tree line, people will witness these orbs. And they seem to be kind of, you know, intelligent, sentient beings. Some people say that they are like apparitions or they're aliens or some kind of technology. I don't know. I haven't experienced those myself, but I've read about them and I've had people in my life who have experienced them. And there is a sense of kind of being watched. Okay, they don't really interact. They do let themselves be known at times, but there is just a feeling of something kind of lingering, right? If you could think, have you ever been out in the woods or maybe passing through like a meadow, an open area, and you look around the tree line and it feels like, yeah, you're being watched, and you probably are. There are probably animals watching you. But there's a sense of something with its eyes on you. And this is kind of that energy. It's just kind of existing out there, you know, for whatever reason. It doesn't feel, it feels like a neutral energy, really. But I feel like there's a sense of the watcher being around. Now also we have the person with the basket, and I wonder if you're somebody who forages or you're interested in foraging. You know, this is the beginning of the great foraging season in the northern hemisphere. So this might be something that you find yourself going out and beginning to learn. Maybe I'm very much I'm a profane person when it comes to foraging. I do partake a little bit. I do not eat anything, I find, because I'm not that learned. I have a lot of field guides and things, but I'm not there yet. I will be one day. And so, you know, maybe this is something of interest to you. Maybe this is another part of the family lineage. You have people who were foragers, and that's like kind of really a highly specific thing, but you know, there's a huge culture of it even now. And with that basket, I have to think, yeah, maybe you're out here looking for mushrooms or whatever it is that you look for, berries, or I don't know. I know ramps are in season where I'm at right now, and so good. So good. I love ramps. Now, let's see. We have another 2 right there. You can see it right there. And yeah. I need to make a post because somebody commented on one of my readings asking what kind of tea I use, if it's a secret. Let me just tell you, it's not a secret. I use it's called Ceylon or Ceylon. tea, and I also use the Keemun tea, which is Keemun, I think. And I use them mixed together because the leaves are a little bit different, and it is my it is my thinking they look really beautiful together. The other thing is that I have not mentioned before, because people do ask, because they want to read leaves as well. I don't steep my, I do each bowl is individual, because I can't drink a pot of tea at night. And I put the tea in the bowl, and I use cool water, room temperature usually. And it steeps a little bit, but not a lot, because when you let it steep in the hot water, it still looks beautiful, but the leaves swell up and they unfurl. And I've just found you can see in my early videos that I was steeping it in hot water, and they looked different. So I do like this. Now, it's not traditional. It is not the traditional way, but none of how I read is very traditional, is it? So, you know, although I have a lot of love and respect for the kind of prescribed methods of tea leaf reading, I do not read that way, because it doesn't work for what I'm doing, in my opinion. And also I read late at night, and steeping it in the cooler water, I don't get as much caffeine because there have been times where I cannot go to sleep until like 3, and then I get up at 6, and you know, it's just, it doesn't work for me. I need a little bit of sleep. So anyways, yes, I will post that. I know you didn't ask, but somebody did, and I keep thinking about it, and I'm behind on the comments a little bit, so I need to make a post so that person can see. And I know other people they do ask, but it's not a secret. I am all about everybody trying reading leaves, or anything that grains or coffee or whatever. It is really awesome. So we have the illuminating candle. We also have an N. Okay. So the letter N, maybe a name or a place. The illuminating candle is a revelation in your life, some kind of understanding that you are coming to. We also have a bird. And it does look like a cardinal. So there is a loved one who has transitioned that is coming by to tell you that they love you, letting you know that they are there with you. You know, when we see a cardinal in the garden or around the house, always a sign of somebody who has gone before you, who is kind of looking over you and letting you know, hey, I'm here. I'm here. So we also have a little fish here. So I feel like, yeah, an amount of success and money coming in. There's some money that's going to be coming in. And I think that this is through work, not like inheriting something or winning a lottery or whatever. I feel like this has to do with work. And maybe starting like a little side business or something like that. Not going to be a ton of money at first, but it does feel like there's the possibility of this getting bigger, okay? So, you know, stay the course where things are working for you. Now, we're going to go over here and we're going to check out these Indigo Sage affirmation cards. Right here. These are beautiful. The colors are my favorite. I like those purples and blues and greens. This is the air element deck. Each deck has a different element. And so you will flip through and stop where it feels right. Ooh, we have a beautiful blue flower. All right. Exquisiteness. Forever nectar. Allow immortal beauty to pour through every thought, word, and action. It's kind of like that, that mana, maybe the amaret. Yes, the nectar. The nectar of things. I love it. I love these cards so much. They do. I have something to ponder every time. All right. So Capricorn, I want to tell you I love you because I do. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me. It's always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And I hope that you had a most wonderful eclipse. I know it hasn't been easy for everybody, but I am hoping that it went through with ease and, you know, nothing too difficult. This one was an emotional one. I feel like as it was happening, not so bad. But beforehand, the ramping up to it. And I feel like also, I know I'm super like affected by the new moon. And so the super new moon just knocks my socks off every time. And, it just, yeah. So anyways, praying for a little bit of that stability and ease, right? And I hope that for you as well. So, if you would be so kind as to like the video, it does help the channel so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next reading is coming out. It is free to subscribe. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. And even though I am behind, I still read them all. And they mean so much to me. They are like one of the biggest reasons I continue to do readings. I've met so many cool people here and discover, well, I didn't discover them. The universe, you know, put our paths together, but I have been able to kind of meet and watch and I'm blown away by all of the other readers, different tarot readers and kind of life coaches and mediums and you know, people who channel. And I mean, just beautiful, beautiful people here in this community. And it is one of the blessings of my life. I mean, honestly, I say that fully from my heart. And so I thank you all. I truly do. And yeah, I think we're pretty much there. All right. I love you. Take care of yourself and we'll talk in just a few days. All right, Capricorn, good night. Oh, that's the wrong button. I have new equipment here and I keep pressing the wrong thing. You can hear it. Okay, yes, it's down here. Okay, good night, good night, good night.